All right, everyone. It's been about a week and a half since our last video or since our last charting session. I hope you're all doing well, no? Nakapagpahinga na ako ng konti. Maraming salamat dun sa mga nag-DM at bumate. I really appreciate it. Na-miss ko rin kayo. So we're back a little earlier than I anticipated. Pero wag na tayo magpaligoy-ligoy pa and let's get started today with Macroasia or MAC, no? I think it was last week na nakatanggap tayo ng positive earnings report from Philippine Airlines or PAL. So baka sumunod yung Macroasia sa yapak ng PAL. Tignan po natin, no? Baka yun yung dahilan kaya siya na-request. So, etong PAL, so far, we are moving slightly to the upside. Meaning, nagpo-form tayo ng consolidation dito in some type of parang ascending triangle. 'Di ba? So, from here, ano yung mga scenarios na pwede nating i-anticipate? Number 1, kung mabasag tong 4.41, the natural target for price para sa akin would be here, no? Around 4.65 or 4.7 na area. So, if we can break above this and start holding above 4.41, hindi ako magugulat if balikan natin tong level na to test it again. If mangyari yon at mabasag natin ulit tong 4.65, that opens up this wider range above, no? From 4.65 from 5.07, which is gonna make this a whole lot more attractive from a risk-reward perspective if you're intending to trade tong MAC. However, where we are, parang medyo dehado pa tayo ng konti. For all we know, baka mag-conso pa siya for a little bit more. Yes, you can say na, hindi, pasensyoso naman ako pwede nga bumili ngayon, tas kung hindi pa umangat, hintayin ko na lang. And that's true. You can do that. Basta naman, planado mo't lahat-lahat, alam mo yung gagawin mo kung mangyari ang X or mangyari ang Y, then that's fine, no? But if you would rather wait for something na mangyayari na agad-agad or yung kumbaga less turnaround time, less waiting, then you want to be more patient with this and hintayin na mabasag muna yung 4.41 to signify na, hey, you know what? We might be ready to go up from here. Now, on the flip side, kung kunwari naman we start rolling over, break beneath this pink trend line na nag-form, then I think ang next na papuntahan ng price is baka balikan natin yung support dito at 3.92. Now, you could be thinking na bakit di niya babalikan yung support dito or dito? Pwede naman. Pero kasi itong 3.92, yan yung extreme low natin na kinuha natin from this level here. Okay? So, I am thinking na kung mabasag yung trend line, yes, we could consolidate in this wider range, but the possibility also exists na mabalikan natin tong support at 3.92 and then we'll have to reassess from there what MAC does next. Kung kunwari nag-hold yan, we start pushing higher again, baka maging tradable tong buong range na to. Okay? However, if mabasag yan, then likely we expect a deeper retracement. Baka lalo pa tayong lumalim, mabalikan na natin tong previous lows dito or yung previous low dito. We don't know. Okay? So for now, yes, it's looking better, but baka mas maganda kung hintay-hintayin muna nating mas mahinog pa siya before we pull the trigger. Next, tignan natin tong SCC. Now, tong SCC, as we've said before, it pushed higher, diba? Nag-create siya, nag-form tayo, nagbagong 52-week high, diba? This was the previous 52-week high. Tapos, naging sumunod tong candle na to, pero hindi siya ganun kaganda, no? Nag-hold tayo dyan sandali, tapos bumaba. And now, kung titignan natin ng mas maigi, mapapansin natin na meron tayong head and shoulders pattern, albeit maliit lang. Okay? So usually kapag ganyan, lalo na kung kunwari tumitingin kayo ng mga pattern targets, what you would be thinking is baka magkaroon tayo ng retracement, possibly hanggang dito lang, mga 36, 37 pesos na area, and then we can reassess from there ano yung ginagawa ng price, no? Tapos, as always, para masabi natin na negate tong pattern na to, we want to see price break above tong right shoulder. So if we can come back and break above tong 41, 41.5 pesos na area, then I think yung next na pupuntahan natin will be tong 43.6 na level na. However, if from here mabasag ng tuluyan tong 39 pesos, which is yung neckline din nitong head and shoulders pattern natin, mag-test underneath, mag-hold, roll over, break beneath that swing low, then we can expect na price would likely return sa previous level of support which is, as we said kanina, at 36.15. If 36.15 breaks, then we could see price return dito sa 32.6, no? Medyo may kalaliman na ng konti. And at that point, we need to start thinking na, teka, kailangan bang isipin ko na, huy, mura na yung SCC Or kailangan ko na bang isipin na, teka, anong ginagawa ng price dito? Kung talagang ang bullish yung SCC, why is price back at 32.6? Now, I don't know yet which stance you should take kasi syempre hindi pa natin nakikita yung overall structure eh. Hindi pa natin nakikita na mag-play out yung isa sa mga potential scenarios natin eh. So it's too early to tell na hindi, dapat ganito yung isipin natin or hindi, dapat ganyan yung isipin natin. However, it is good to keep in mind na hindi dapat lagi na ang focus lang natin is uy, mura. Kailangan every now and then naiisip din natin if pasok sa context na, teka, bakit nandito ulit yung price? Kung talagang ang bullish to, di ba? Yung quote-unquote mura doesn't matter. The question is, anong ginagawa niya ulit sa same area na to? Why is it here? Okay? So again, it's a little too early to tell which stance we should be taking right now. If lang naman, if price pulled back, then we need to assess then which line of thinking we should use. Next, tignan naman natin tong MER. Okay? Now, I'm starting zoomed out just to point out na last time na pinag-usapan po natin to, I did say na if price came back dito sa blue zone at makahanap tayo na reaction, a potential bounce play could be had. Diba? Ang sabi ko noon is we might be able to play a bounce play from here, play this range, targeting this previous low. Now, however, on the way down, hindi tayo nakahanap na reaction. Binasag kaagad tong blue zone natin ng candle na to. Now, let me zoom in a bit. And while we did try to move to the upside, hindi siya nagtagal, no? Today's candle, nag-close na naman tayo beneath this blue zone firmly. So, the expectation is baka balikan na natin tong previous level of resistance, turn support on the way down at 307. If 307 doesn't hold, then baka price might come back and get magnetized dito sa previous level of support at 295.2. Now, ano naman yung mga potential bullish scenarios natin dito sa MER? Kung kunwari, from here, we start pushing higher again and we can reclaim tong 330 pesos, then hindi naman siguro nakakagulat if maglaro ulit yung MER within this range here from 330 hanggang 346 or potentially even fill this gap na naiwan natin from before. Okay? Now, whichever it ends up doing, syempre hindi natin alam, no? Hindi naman natin alam anong gagawin ng market regardless of what anyone says. Yes, we can have a general bias, a general idea, but we can never be 100% certain na hindi, ito gagawin yan. Unless, of course, meron tayong mga insider info or what have you, but syempre that's neither here nor there, no? All I can say is from a structural standpoint, where price is right now, medyo hindi siya nasa magandang lugar para sumalo. Bakit? Kasi kung kunwari, sumalo ako dito, let's say I bought here kasi feeling ko mura na siya. Diba? Kung kunwari ba, lalaroin ko lang to from mga 315 area, pabalik ng 330, happy na ba ako? Baka hindi, diba? I don't know, hindi ko alam kung ano yung mga trading objectives nyo. I don't know how you trade. Syempre, kanya-kanya yan eh. But you might not be happy with that, especially given na it might not yield a good risk-reward para sa inyo. Again, depende on how you look at the chart, depende on how you trade, no? So, para sa akin, para maging mas malinaw lang, kumbaga kung ano yung mga pwede nating gawin dito sa MER, kailangan magkaroon tayo ng change in structure. So, it's either we come back para nga matrade tong range na to, possibly even trade for the gap fill. Diba? Kailangan lang natin may makitang masira. Kailangan may makita tayo magbago. Kasi right now, ang pinapakita lang niya sa atin is yung high, low, lower high. Ngayon may lower low ka. Diba? Yung textbook na pa-downtrend siya. So, kailangan lang natin mag-ingat-ingat ng konti. Now, usually, ang MER, binibili siya kapag malapit na yung dividend date kasi nga medyo decent yung mga dividends na binibigay ng MER, no? So, if kaya mo na magkaroon ng capital appreciation and still get dividends, syempre, why not? Diba? But again, For now, given the current structure, it might be wiser to wait na magkaroon tayo ng shift, di ba? Bago tayo pumasok ulit kasi hindi pa ganun kaganda yung itsura ng chart niya. Next, pag-usapan naman po natin tong Bloom, no? Now, itong Bloom, when we broke above 6.15, I was actually talking to my Patreons about tong Bloom, no? Sabi ko parang may mangyayari. Unfortunately, I personally wasn't able to trade it. It didn't set up in quite the way I wanted. So even though I had the bias that it was gonna push to the upside, nataon hindi tayo nakasakay, no? Ganun talaga. Paminsan-minsan, you miss some trades. And now, inabot na niya yung next level ko, which was at 6.74. So sana nag-target hit kagad. It should have been an easy trade, but unfortunately, as I said, we missed it. Now, why was I saying na baka pwede siyang tumulak to the upside when we broke above 6.15? Kasi itong 6.15, kung titignan nyo, it's a very good inflection point. It acted as resistance here, support there, support here, technically speaking, support here, resistance there, and so on. So the expectation was, kung mabasag natin yung level na yon, we could see a push to the upside. Now, personally, I was looking for further confirmation, but again, nauna di ba? Tumuloy na siya. So now, it has hit our next level at 6.74. Ano yung mga pwede natin i-expect ngayon? Kung tumuloy ang pag-angat nito, the next natural level of resistance will be at 7 pesos, followed at 7.17, and then 7.85. From here naman, kunyari, let's say na nag-pullback siya. Balikan niya tong 6.15. Okay? Number one, kailangan nyo isipin, bakit nandun siya ulit sa 6.15? Hindi ba dapat we are technically done with the area? If we were gonna push higher, yes, we could see a pullback. Kahit sabihin natin hanggang mga dito mga 6.3 na area. Pero para balikan all the way hanggang 6.15, baka kailangan mapaisip-isip na tayo ng konti. Diba? Kung mag-pullback siya, balikan to at mabasag yung 6.15. Let's say mabasag, test from underneath, hold, roll over. Then, ang nangyayari nun malamang is we're coming back to trade within this range here between 5.78 hanggang 6.15. Okay? If 5.78 breaks, then the next level of support is at 5.5 na. Now, after all that's been said, where price is right now, honestly, medyo mahirap i-buy. Mahirap humabol. Kasi, it does look a bit overextended, meaning naka 3 straight green candles na tayo. Hindi naman siguro nakakagulat kung makakuha tayo ng 1 or 2 red candles in between before the market decides whether or not it wants to push higher or magko-consume muna siya or what have you, 'di ba? I am not saying na yun yung mangyayari. I'm just saying na hindi nakakagulat kung mangyari man yun. All right? So I wouldn't be buying it where it is. Except na, yun nga, let's say na mag-consolidate siya around this area, nakikita natin na go hold, then it's something that you might want to consider moving forward na, teka, nagpo-form na ba tayo ng step dito? Are we gonna push higher from there? Maganda ba yung risk reward niya para sa akin? Paano kung nauntog na siya sa 7 pesos? Bibilin ko pa rin ba siya? Blah, 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 blah. Diba? Kailangan depende yan sa kung ano man yung trading plan nyo. How you approach each and every single trade. Kasi lahat tayo magkakaiba Diba? Hindi nyo pwedeng ipilit yung viewpoint at yung idea ng isang tao tas parang pagkakasyahin nyo siya sa personal viewpoint or idea nyo. Kasi syempre lahat tayo iba-iba ang hinahanap sa market Diba? The weird thing is, the market often gives us what we're looking for. Diba? It's just that minsan tayo hindi natin naiintindihan kung ano ba talaga yung hinahanap natin sa market, and that's why nakaka-experience tayo ng disappointment, nakaka-experience tayo ng sadness, and so on. But if we're being very honest, we'll recognize that the market often gives us exactly what we want from it. Okay? So from here, again, if we console here, or let's say na mag-flag tayo, magandang flag na ganyan, then we can see a break to the upside, then this is something that we can consider moving forward. But for right now, ako personally, hindi ko balak humabol. Pero syempre, kung gusto nyo naman, why not? And then finally, pag-usapan po natin yung GMA. Na yung GMA, when we previously discussed this, we were saying na maganda sana yung nagko-console siya dito. Diba? Unfortunately, nabasag na tong support and we started pushing to the downside and nakahanap tayo ng support dito at around 12 pesos. No? 10 pesos, sorry. After natin makahanap ng support at 10 pesos, we started to bounce. And ngayon, ang nangyari is nakahanap tayo ng resistance dito sa previous area of support natin. Diba? Dito nag-hold yung price nung nagko-consolidate siya. So, nung nabasag tayo to the downside, hindi naagulat when we started pushing higher, makahanap tayo ulit ng resistance sa area na to. Bakit? Kasi syempre, yung mga dating bumibili ng support dyan, diba? Gusto nila makalabas ng buhay. Now that price has come back, they might decide na, teka, lalabas na lang na ako para either mag-break even ako or ma-minimize greatly yung potential losses ko. I don't know, no? Syempre, kanya-kanyang tao naman po yan. So, hindi naagulat na makahanap tayo ng some type of resistance here. Now, kung sabihin natin from where we are, mabasag natin tong 11.06 and we can start staying firmly above it, then that opens up this range once again. Diba? From 11 pesos hanggang dito around 12.6 or potentially even filling this gap na hindi pa natin napuno from before. Okay? Mag-open up ulit yon. But hanggang mabasag yan, hanggang hindi tayo nag-hold above nitong 11.06, for me, hindi pa magmamaterialize yung trade na yon. Kumbaga, hilaw pa. It's always possible na where we are, ito na nga yung resistance, mauntog, then we roll over, and we start trading within this range between 10 pesos hanggang 11.06. Is it a tradable range? Sure. But, if you wanted to trade that range, you wouldn't be buying it right here. Diba? You would wait na mag-pullback tsaka kabibili kung yung range na yung habol mo. If you want to trade the next range, then you need to wait for a breakout before you enter para lang meron tayong kahit papanong confirmation na, hey, I might want to decide na mag-trade na ako dito sa higher range na to, tapos na ako dito sa baba. Okay? Now, kung from here, mag-fill tayo ng gap, mag-close tayo, mag-hold tayo above 12.6, the next level of resistance will be 13.28, followed by 13.82. However, if we roll over naman and we break beneath 10 pesos, the next level of support will be at 9.3. So guys, dito po nagtatapos yung video natin, no? I hope nakatulong po to sa inyo kahit konti and may natutunan kayo kahit papano. And if so, I would really appreciate it if you give this video a like and consider subscribing to my channel. And as always guys, maraming salamat po sa panonood. I really appreciate it. Good luck and happy trading!